Now, not many government policies can actually claim to be gaining in popularity, but it does seem Michael Gove's idea for free schools is catching on. 3 new ones opened in the North East this month, and more are on the way. Now, these schools are free of council control and in many cases have been set up by parents. But it's an idea Labour has consistently opposed. So have they got it wrong? Fergus Hewson reports.
Out of the classroom and out exploring in the rain. A new school and a new term for these children. West Newcastle Academy Free School has just opened. Being close to nature is at the centre of much of what it does, and that freedom is good, say parents and teachers.
I just love the fact of the outdoor learning and that they treat children as individuals and that they learn at different paces.
He likes to be outdoors all the time and, you know, pond dipping, going into the forest, bear hunting, you know, and he's very imaginative.
They chose our school when they didn't know where the building was going to be or they didn't know which staff were employed here. I think we can very confidently say we've got 150 people interested next year and that we will take our full number.
And for some, free schools are also a chance to end the monopoly that councils have traditionally had on education at local level.
No longer have we got the massive what the local authority choose to provide to parents, but now we can actually have parents choosing for themselves to open, to bring about new educational provision, and other parents will choose whether they want to take part in it or not. So it'll drag the standards of the new schools up, but hopefully it will also raise the standards of the existing local authority educational provision.
Since their introduction 3 years ago, free schools have sprung up around the country, including in this region. So far, 5 have opened in the North East, including 3 this month in Newcastle, Darlington and Durham. 3 more are in the pipeline, including one in Cumbria, and are due to open next year. But free schools aren't free from controversy. Critics argue they'll create more chaos than a classroom left alone without a teacher.
Many free schools rely exclusively almost on the commitment of individual parents, which is fine while their children are in the school, but it begs the question about the long-term sustainability of the school. And so one of the things that I think we'll probably see is a number of free schools close after a couple of years because there just isn't the same level of parental interest that there was at the outset. And that means that we as local authorities will have to pick up the pieces.
It's that opposition to free schools and what Labour might do in future that's causing concern in some quarters. Recently, Labour's education spokesman Stephen Twigg said there'd be no more new free schools if his party gets into power at the next general election. And that would be bad news for people hoping to open a free school in this field here.
Plans for the school in Ingleby Barwick on Teesside have been delayed by planning difficulties. Parents are determined to still make it happen, but unless it gets off the ground soon, there are fears it may not do so at all.
We have spent 3 years so far working on this, and it would be devastating not just to us but to the entire community, and particularly to the children and young people in our community, for us to lose this school regardless of what the cause of losing it was, whether it's a change of government or whether it's because we aren't able to establish a permanent site for the school.
In the line, no.
The children attending them may be largely oblivious to the controversy, happier to sing along. But with more free schools on the way, the spat over what they will mean for education in the long run isn't going to end when the singing is over and the children go home.